if you really want to get a social media following, if you really want to get your message out on social media, which is probably the best form of marketing at this point in this day and age, I would say to come to Crükus, give it a good shot, and make sure that you stick with it for a long period of time. Don't expect with anything in life, you have to stick with it for a bit and see it unfold. And I think a lot of people just get in a rush, but I recommend really sticking with it and going with
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
it.
So, yep, I have another question for you here.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe our services to someone who's never used them before, like you?
Mm-hmm. I would say that the team is very, very interactive with you. They're very, very upfront about what to do at first, and then they're open to ideas, and you're going to be able to work with them in a good way so that you can reach your goals. And that's very rare nowadays. A lot of people, they say they can do something, and then they
Mm-hmm.
just kind of do it at their own pace. They don't really work hard at it. And I think Crükus has really worked hard at it, and that's a very important aspect of this, especially to somebody who's never had any experience with it, which is good. I think it's a great first experience.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Mm,
Thank you. And I
mm.
think this is my last question here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you recommend our VA services?
Ooh, I would say an 8 to an 9. I would say.
All right. And do you have like more feedback for the 9 and 8?
Well, the main thing that I'm thinking about is that that's a tough one.
Well, there's always room for improvement, right?
Right, and that's a really high bar right there. I guess the main thing is uh, trying to trying to get the voice right of the person they're representing as soon as possible, I would say. And I think that that is a very important discussion off the fly because it needs to very much sound like it's coming from that person who is the head or the basically the was it the image of the school and the brand, right? You need to get that voice down right away, especially on social media, because people don't like inauthentic. People don't like it when it sounds like it's coming from it's coming from marketing or a machine or from somebody who's just not you. They don't resonate with that. And I would say at the first side, just to make it a goal, okay, uh, give us some examples of what sounds like you, and we're going to try to emulate as best you can, and you can give us any feedback that you want on how these things sound. And I mean that within reason, of course. Sometimes you get some people that are sticklers for that, and I think that's not the right way too. But I would say that would be probably the big thing at first.